the 8th day of our hike, we had a long and scenic climb up Muir Pass. At the top, we saw Muir Hut. We also ran into some friendly marmots on the pass. On the other side, we hiked down Evolution Creek, then down into Evolution Valley to our campsite at McClure Meadow. Shortly before reaching our campsite, we lost track of Peter. Turns out that he went to the wrong campsite and we had passed him by. We had to search for a little while for him. This campsite was very scenic on Evolution Creek, and there were ducks swimming in the river. This was our longest hiking day yet, and it was the last of the big passes for us to hike on, but it was also the most scenic. At the top of Muir Pass, we found the John Muir Memorial Shelter, also known as Muir Hut. It is located inside of Kings Canyon National Park at an elevation of 11,955 feet. Although it's a gentle grade on both sides of the pass, it was the only snow that we found on this trip, and that was on the south side of the pass. The shelter itself is an octagonal shelter opened in 1931 by the Sierra Club. It was built as an emergency shelter and also as a memorial to environmentalist John Muir. The hut is on the National Register of Historic Places. Good afternoon. After getting to the top of Muir Pass this morning, spending a little time at the top, we came down and made pretty good time down to Evolution Lake where we had lunch. Just finished eating lunch. Now we're heading towards our campsite, which is about 4 miles away, at a place called McClure Meadow, and that's our planned campsite tonight. In a couple of hours, should be there. Probably about 5:30, between 5:30 and 6. It's supposed to be a pretty good campsite, next to water, in a meadow with good views. So, as usual, Wayne is up ahead in front, and Dan is pulling up the rear. But I'm just gonna cruise along here. It's a nice warm afternoon. I went for a dip into Evolution Lake, the cold water with the trout, and that felt pretty good. Good evening, it's 7:45. We reached our campsite about an hour and a half ago or something. We just had dinner. We're camped next to Evolution Creek. Found a really nice campsite here. After coming down off of Muir Pass, we did about 13.5 miles today. 13.5, which is our biggest day yet. Let me show you what it looks like here with the mountains and the ducks in the creek. So those mountains behind me are where we came from today. We came down this valley.